The Lagos State Safeguarding and Child Protection Day is part of activities to commemorate Domestic and Sexual Violence Awareness Month. To reduce cases of sexual and domestic violence, there is need for continuous sensitization for every Lagosian. This is why the Domestic Violence and Sexual Response Team gathers students from both public and private schools in Lagos State. The First Lady, Dr. Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, who was represented, says this administration will not relent in its efforts to bring perpetrators to book.
In Lagos State, we have zero tolerance for all forms of domestic and sexual violence, and we must continue to work towards ensuring that we minimize the occurrence of this bestial act as much as possible.
Children have a right and a role to play in their own protection, so they need to be empowered. They need to know what child abuse is. They need to know good touch, bad touch. They need to know that the whole body is private. We've moved from just vagina or breast. Everywhere is private. You don't allow anybody to touch you there.
Once they know that they have a right and nobody has a right to touch them, nobody has a right to abuse them sexually, and nobody has a right to make them feel afraid that if their parents will be killed, or they will be killed if they speak up. It's easier for the children to resist such.
Dr. Sanwo-Olu also implored parents to always educate their children on avoidable exposures to sexual violence.
So parents too, it is not early to start educating your children on what they need to know about sex. Experts have established that a lot of parents shy away from discussing the topic, and at the end of the day, the children go out to learn the wrong things from outside.
Students commend the government for increasing their knowledge on child rights.
I learned that in any situation, we meet ourselves, and we found ourselves that someone abused us without our own personal knowledge or without our we should speak out.
When you report to the wrong person, you might fall victim again. So the trusted adult should take the child to a medical center where she can be examined, because if she is not quickly examined, maybe that day, she might have disease like hepatitis B, syphilis, or HIV.
Sexual violence in community is reduced by speaking out, educating them on how to what to do when they are sexually abused.
As the state government intensifies efforts at reducing the menace in the society, relevant stakeholders are enjoined to support the drive. Maugbe Josu, LTV News.